Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Let's have some fun. Alexander Smirnoff. This is the guy the FBI said was bank, reliable and dependable. They reaffirmed it over and over again, gave some information relative to Hunter. He's only one witness, and guess what? He's now been indicted for perjury. He appeared in court yesterday. You see how the Justice Department under these guys works? All right, Facebook and Meta. There's some legislation underway. Would be good legislation. By the way, I just want to tell you something. These folks have bought Washington. Bought them. Issue whether or not 16-year-olds should be allowed, 16-year-old and under should be allowed. You have to be at least 16 years to be on Facebook. Makes sense to me. Michigan, primary voters are going to vote today. Trump's going to have another win. By the way, him running for president and having opposition, the whole idea is, and they've even admitted this, this is wild. The California governor Newsom says that Nikki Haley is a great surrogate for the Democratic Party hitting Trump. That's what they think. In reality, all this does is Trump in each of these states is campaigning. Biden sitting back, he's a foregone conclusion. This is making Trump stronger in each of these states. There's an election going on with him. People are voting for him. It's a big difference. Kroger and Albertson, the feds are saying prices would be adversely affected. They are intervening to try to stop this merger. A company that owns Outback Steakhouses and other restaurants are closing 41 restaurants. By the way, the government destroyed the restaurant business during COVID, and it hasn't recovered. Kellogg says eats more Kellogg cereal for dinner. Good for them, right? Cocaine. These guys were busted by the Coast Guard. They started dumping cocaine into the ocean. Cocaine sharks. Oil prices are coming down. The dollar is strengthening. There's more concern about inflation. They always, no matter what the hell happens, the economists say this is going to happen. It never, ever ends. Junior was apparently sent something in the mail at his Jupiter residence with some white powder on it being tested. All right. Wade's lawyer, Nathan Wade's lawyer, Fannie Wallace's paramour. Guess what? The judge saying you got to testify again. Boy, it's just collapsing on him. $127 million was sent out to like 3,000 dead people. Senator Cassidy wants the money back. We'll see if they're able to collect it. Trump, Biden. Trump is up on Biden everywhere in the polling. Trump has appealed the decision. I didn't see anything where they say anything about the bond. These people that say he's got to put up the cash, no, he's got to put up a bond. We'll see what he does. And remember, I'm the only one that has said this. He's going to find the money for all these bonds through his stock in his social media company, which now has gotten the green light to go public. All right, $1.76 million this guy made overhearing his wife, who works for BP, on some insider trading. Got busted, got to pay it back. Warren Buffett sent out his investor letter telling everybody the do's and don'ts. I hate this guy. He's all about the money. And Rona says that she will resign as RNC after Super Tuesday. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Local News Show. Well, there was a bar brawl up in Hamilton. A woman says a disagreement turned into a fight in the parking lot at Archie's Saloon in Hamilton on Friday. Just wild. She started screaming in our face. We were like, hold on, we're coming out. Woman catfight, I guess. All right, another teacher bites the dust. Cassidy Carter, 22 years old. Jeez, oh Pete. Substitute teacher at South Dearborn was sending nude pictures to a 15-year-old student. Nuts. All right. There is a guy being charged out in Boone County for murder. His name is John Gentry, gunning down a white ex-girlfriend. And because of the black-white issue and things are going on in social media, they're trying to build up that the race. And by the way, the guy pictured right there is my brother-in-law, Corky Parker. Doesn't he look great? Deputy. He's not the black guy. He's the deputy. Wrestling murder. A former wrestling teammate's been arrested in the death of a Kentucky college student, Hosea Kilman. Charles Escara, pictured here, has been arrested. They always look guilty, don't they? Freedom Fest. The Inquirer actually reported that Freedom Fest is back Friday, September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Got some great stuff going on. 13th going to be music, 14th is going to be politics, and the 15th is going to be a morning sunrise ecumenical service led by Colonel Randy McCafferty, chaplain, United States Air Force. All right, 500,000 acres. This Brad Kelly is like the 9th largest landowner in the country. He owns 500,000 acres in Kentucky. Shoo! How about that? All right, shots were fired in Hebron on what's called Arch Drive, I think it's called. I got to get this right. Crazy. Arbor Tech Drive in Hebron. No words if anybody was killed or anything. This man right here, William Taylor, stabbed his father in the stomach. He's being charged with attempted murder. And this guy right here is being charged with murder relative to a DUI. And you know what's important, folks? I tell people about this all the time. When you drink and drive, it's not just about drinking and driving. Somebody dies, you got murder, reckless homicide, you name it. It's not good. And last but not least, Boone County and their opiate settlement that they're getting, their funds, they're going to hire a social worker under the sheriff's department. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again, you're watching Eric Deters World News. I'm Jamie Spindley. Today's top stories. Hungarian's MP confirms Sweden's bid to join NATO, paving the way for Sweden's membership. Sweden had applied to join NATO after Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Hungary, at first hesitant, approved the bid after Prime Minister Viktor Orban expressed unity with Sweden. Peru has declared a health emergency due to a spike in dengue fever cases caused by a heat wave and heavy rains. 32 people have died from dengue fever in Peru this year. Over 31,000 cases of dengue fever were recorded in the first 8 weeks of the year. In other news, a ferry sank in the River Nile near Cairo, Egypt, resulting in at least 10 deaths. The ferry was carrying daily wage laborers. 5 survivors were initially taken to the hospital and later discharged. And the leader of a drug cartel in the Netherlands was convicted for involvement in the killing of the Dutch journalist Peter R. de Vries. The Amsterdam-based gang faces charges including murder and assassination. Taghi, the cartel leader, and 16 alleged gang members were on trial for 6 murders and multiple attempted murders between the year of 2015 and 2017. That's the latest headlines. Until tomorrow, cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. University of Kentucky plays Mississippi State at Mississippi State tonight. The United States women lost to Mexico 1-0 yesterday. Running backs in the NFL apparently aren't going to get franchise tag. Pollard isn't. Josh Jacobs isn't. Saquon Barkley is not. They're going to try to, teams apparently are going to try to just sign him straight up. Jay Billis says the way to stop the court storming is arrest people. He's correct. Jay Billis also says the NCAA is screwing up the NCAA tournament with trying to extend with more play-ins. I agree. University of Cincinnati, tough task. They got to play Houston, who's now number 1. University of Kentucky won last week, and guess what? They moved up 1 spot after beating Alabama 16. All right, the Clippers got a new logo right here, going back to the old style. The Clippers, get it? A clipper, a ship. All right, the Cincinnati Reds split their games yesterday. 1-1, lost 1. And Peter King of Sports Illustrated is retiring. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, America, Jerry Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds claim that the secret to their success as a relationship is one doesn't work when the other one works. Makes sense to me. Hotel California. There's a criminal trial going on relative to the theft of the lyrics of Hotel California by the Eagles. Don Henley testified yesterday. And Taylor's father's been accused of pushing a photographer. I'm sure it was something like this. Get away. Assault charges. That's the world we live in. Don't be a three-suited, dizzy-eyed pizzle. Be a good person. Shakespeare insult of the day.